Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here yet again with another very interesting video for you guys today. Now, before I get into anything regarding this video, as usual, I do want to let you all know that all relevant information will be provided in the description down below for everyone to take a look at, just in case you guys are interested. Now, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a couple of things that I basically want to discuss. And not only that, I want to take this opportunity to give thanks to an individual who basically motivated me to continue with this project. Basically, guys, I want to provide you with some background information that led me up to this particular point here and now and this video that I'm making for you guys. Now, a while back, I encountered a couple of videos made by an individual who I wholeheartedly disagreed with on a particular issue that was being discussed at that moment, right? Now, the issue was about a young African American girl who basically got dumped on her head in a classroom by a white police officer. Now, when I first watched these videos, this individual seemed to be praising this police officer. He continued to say that this young African American girl got what she deserved, basically, because she was somehow mistreating this police officer. She was somehow, disrespecting this police officer. And I have to say that after I watched the videos in question, I didn't see anything like that. And again, I disagreed with the videos that he had made. So I wanted to confront this individual, and I didn't want to be confrontational at all in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to, go to the comment section of his videos, and I wanted to share my thoughts. I wanted to share my opinions as to why I disagreed with him on this particular issue. So basically, I went to the comment section of those videos because I wanted to leave my thoughts and my opinions there for everyone to see. I wanted everybody to see why I disagreed with this guy in regards to the subject at hand. But after I did that, I was instantly accused of being a regressive leftist. I was instantly accused of being a PC liberal fag. I was instantly accused of being all of these other horrible things simply because I disagreed with somebody on a particular issue that was being discussed at that particular moment. Fast forward just a little bit, and all of a sudden the discussion became about crime rates and black people. In fact, I think that it's pretty safe to say that these individuals literally went out of their way to make it seem like black people were overachievers in this country when it came to crime rate statistics. I also think that these individuals had a racist approach to this situation because every time they talked about these statistics and black people, they always wanted to put emphasis on blacks. Blacks are 90% this, blacks are 90% that, whatever the case might be. And it was something that was not only monotonous, but it was a little offensive at the same time. Another thing that I had a problem with is the fact that these individuals who made these videos seemed to ignore another set of statistics that were equally important. These individuals would say, well, these statistics are not really that relevant and nobody needs to pay attention to them. They don't have anything to do with anything at all in any way, shape, or form. And that's something that I disagreed with as well, because the statistics that I want to mention in this video are very important. They are very relevant, and it's something that needs to be said. I want to give you guys an analogy to talk about the statistics that I do want to bring up. Now, I want you guys to picture a forest fire rampaging through the forest. This forest fire is eating everything in its path, destroying everything in its path, killing everything in its path. Now, I agree that the statistics in regards to how much the fire eats, how much the fire destroys, etc., are very important. But what I also think is that the statistics on how the fire started in the first place are important as well. And that's what these individuals are basically ignoring. In fact, they even went as far as saying that these statistics don't even exist, right? And it's something that really infuriates me because there's a lot of dishonesty involved in these discussions and nobody is able to come to a rational conclusion. Also, when I bring up these particular statistics, I get accused of making excuses for black people. I get accused of putting them on a pedestal when simply that is not the case. Now, it doesn't matter if you're purple, it doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're green, it doesn't matter if you're blue, etc., right? If you commit a crime, you do deserve to do the time. That's all there is to it, and I want to make that perfectly known here and now. Now let's talk about the gorilla in the room that I do actually want to talk about, and the gorilla in the room that these individuals choose to ignore, basically. Now, in this segment of the video, I'm going to be talking about Detroit, Michigan. Now, I also think that it's safe to say that when it comes to this city, a lot of people can basically agree that this city is basically facing a lot of problems as far as poverty is concerned, as far as financial issues is concerned, and as far as a broken down school system is concerned. Now, I could read this article in its entirety to you guys, but instead I want to share a paragraph with you that I think is extremely important here. And it starts off by saying, Detroit's violent crime problem is inextricably linked to the recent bankruptcy of conditions that led to it. Beyond widespread poverty, unemployment, and a faltering education system, the city's shrinking budget and decline in services led to blighted houses, failing streetlights, and a lack of reliable transportation. Three things most high school students surveyed by DYVPI said made for violent environments. And I want to take this opportunity, guys, to put emphasis on violent environments. Because again, this is extremely important. These situations created these environments. So a lot of these people within this city don't have a lot of resources, if you will. So some of them are naturally going to resort to crime to support their families, for example. Now, do I condone their behaviors? No, I do not. But at the same time, I could understand why they did the things that they did in regards to supporting their families, or in regards to supporting their sustainability, if you will. You know, these important issues need to be discussed, ideas need to be shared, discussions need to be had. Instead, these individuals who made these retarded videos would rather ignore these problems by calling them insignificant. And to me, that is dishonesty at its finest. You cannot cherry pick the things that you only want to talk about. You have to completely address everything. And that's how I feel about this. Not only is this happening in Detroit, Michigan, it is happening all over the place where people lack resources. They lack, financial stability, and they lack a lot of education. These are significant problems all over the country. Things need to be done to improve these situations so that these people are not put in these situations as often as they are now. These situations are extremely inappropriate for these people, and they often, again, create these violent environments. And that's something that I want to talk about as much as I can, because as many people as possible need to be aware of these issues. And if people choose to ignore these issues, like these individuals who I have come across here on YouTube, these problems are only going to get worse. Nothing is going to get solved. More people are going to be hurt and damaged by these situations. That is why I push for the idea that everything must be addressed, everything must be discussed, and remedies need to be discovered to make life easier for these people within these cities that are facing these problems. And that's how I feel about this subject. It's a very important subject to me. Now, I know that possibly these individuals are going to come to my video and possibly mock what I have to say, or make fun of me, or do whatever they can to spew their propaganda or push their narrative. But it is what it is. You have to, acknowledge everything. You have to acknowledge all of the problems. Again, you cannot just cherry pick what you want to talk about. You have to address everything. That's important to me. And that's all I have to say about this. Last but not least, guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank an individual that basically provided me with the motivation to finish this project. Because I have to admit that in the beginning, like I said, I didn't want to finish it because I felt that this video would basically fall upon deaf ears. The people who made those retarded videos wouldn't pay attention to what I had to say, and that was something that really affected me in a lot of ways. So naturally, I didn't want to finish the video. But recently, I was in a hangout, and it was a hangout that was really interesting. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that I had the opportunity to talk with Creationist Cat, who is known as CC, who is known as the Lord's chosen cat. and he was really interested in what I had to say about this issue that I am discussing in this video. And he basically, again, provided me with the motivation to finish this project. So again, I thank you, Creationist Cat, for providing me with the motivation that I needed to finish this. Now, just in case you guys are not familiar with Creationist Cat, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to his channel. He has a lot of very interesting material on his channel, and I think that you guys will genuinely be interested in what he puts out, basically. And that's all I have to say about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this video, because I would really be interested in seeing what you guys have to say about this. And I will see you all next time.